Hey guys, Love here, and I'm now at the Pearl Manila Hotel. Today I'm gonna show you the hotel room and the other amenities, and at the end of the video, I'm gonna give my score for this hotel. Today I'm going to show you how does a superior room looks like in the Pearl Manila Hotel. Starting with our complimentaries, the usual stuff that you see, your tea, your coffee, and your water heater. Now this is the refrigerator. It looks a bit old, as you can see from inside and out. It's already a little yellowish and the coat is already peeling off. This time we'll be seeing the TV, which is quite fair because it's not too small, it's not too big as well, but it has a good connectivity because I checked, it has a USB port and HDMI port as well. So if you're going to connect your laptop or whatever, you can just use it. Now it's hair dryer. This is actually not readily available in the room, but you can request for it from the front desk. Just call the room service. And the furniture, the drawers, you can put your stuff. It looks quite new. As you can see, the room is actually also newly painted. It is not new, but it is newly painted. Another cabinet with drawers. And this time we'll be moving on to this side, which is your work area or your desk. So you have your table, your chair, and your cute lamp, and the painting. The painting is simple, but this area is actually giving a vibe or the ambiance, which is peaceful. So if you're gonna do your work or if you're gonna study here, then it's gonna be nice. This time we'll be moving on to this part, which is the view. So it's nighttime, and as you can see, we have the city view. And to be honest, this hotel is located in the middle of, or in the heart of Manila, so it's really busy. It's a very busy place, and as you can see, there is a construction going on outside, and the room has a good soundproofing because even if the place is actually noisy outside, you cannot hear much of the noise in the construction going on. So let's close it for now, and let's move on to the other side of the room, which is the bed area. So you have the couch here. You have you have a lamp and something like a drawer where you can put your stuff. I mean the cabinet, your bed, but let's just save it for later. Let's move on to the other side first. So here we have another lamp. This is the phone and another drawer. I mean cabinet again. And your switch or the light, which is in the hallway or near the door. Let us now go on to this place of the room. As you can see, it actually has a full-size mirror, so if ever you're going to check your outfit or whatever you want, it's nice because you have something to look for, like a big mirror, and it adds to the room as well. Let's move on to this side. So across the mirror is your cabinet. So you can see here you have a lot of space where you can put your stuff. You have your in-safe, another drawer, they have a laundry service, your free hotel slippers. You can see my stuff already there. And on the other side, it's actually the same cabinet with just a different door. You have your hangers and your switch box. Let's close it for now. And let's move on to the other side, which is the bathroom. As you can see, the bathroom is a bit small. It is small, and what are the stuff that are here? Come closer. I'm going to show you that it has a socket where you can plug, say, your hair iron, like what I always say, or other things that you want, but it has an attached adapter to it, probably because they have guests who actually use other kind of things or other gadgets. They have their soap in the soap dish that is a shell. Yeah, it says pretty much about the hotel, Pearl Manila Hotel. And the toiletries, your sink with a hot and cold water, a small plant, your toilet, it has a bidet. By the way, take note of it. It's nice. And moving on to the other side, so you can see it's quite small. You have your shower, which has the hot and the cold. And the tile actually looks a bit old as well. And you can see on the floor that I think that's a water leak. I'm not sure, but it looks like it, but it's not too much. So I think that's not of a big deal. Alright, that's how the bathroom looks like. And it, for me, I think it also is kind of old. As you can see from the tiles, it looks like an old house. Not very old, but quite old house. Like the typical bathroom that you see in houses, old houses. And that is the overview of the hotel room. This time, let us check the last part that I'm saving for, which is the bed. Let us see how soft the bed is by just sitting on it. I feel like it's not too soft, but there's one thing that I've noticed, and I want to show this part to you. I requested for a king-size bed, by the way, and they actually confirmed it. However, I saw earlier that there is a gap in between, so it is actually not a king-size bed. It's two beds that they attach together to make it look like it's a king-size bed. Let's check. It's pretty obvious that there is a gap in between. So it is not really a king-size bed. It is a single bed. Yeah. So it's quite obvious. So that's a big part. So I just want to show you because it was confirmed. It was confirmed that it should be the king-size bed, but it was not. It is not. So that's all for the room, and this time I will be showing you the hotel amenities. Let's start with the pool. The pool is good because it's outdoor and especially on the roof deck. There are a lot of trees around the pool area, so it gives a nice kind of vibe. It also has a lot of seats, so if you don't want to swim and just want to hang out, that's fine. But if you want to swim, that's okay as well because the pool is big. Next is the gym. For me, the gym is fine. Though the air conditioner is on, so it's kind of cold inside, but it's okay because the space is actually big and there are a lot of gym equipment. So if you want to work out, you have at least sufficient equipment. There is also a person who will facilitate, so if ever you have trouble doing something, then they can help you with that. And lastly would be the cafe. I had the lunch buffet at 70s Cafe, and I want to mention that specifically because the hotel has 3 cafes. And for the 70s Cafe, it was just fine. The food tastes good, and you have choices for your appetizer, the main course, the dessert, and for drinks. But it's not too many, so I believe it's just fair, and the customer service at the cafe is also good. Now we'll be moving on to a few notes about the hotel. These are not the amenities, but just a few parts that I believe is important. Let's start with the customer service. I would give a good point for the customer service because, as what I've mentioned in the first part of the video, I had an issue with the bed because it was 2 beds, single beds, joined together to make it look like a king-size bed. I asked the front desk if they can replace it or transfer us to a room with the real king-size bed. And they were able to grant my request quickly, so that's a nice point. And they assist the guests nicely and they are accommodating, so for me that's good. Another important part that most of the guests are looking for in hotel is the internet. And for this hotel, I'm sorry, but it really is unreliable. I didn't insert the speed test because it will just cut in and out. The internet is intermittent and it's very, very slow, so it's definitely unreliable. With the location, it's just fine because it's accessible. I mean, you can go to the mall and there are a lot of locations you can go to, but it's just a bit crowded. For the last part, the hotel claims to be like your home with a Filipino hospitality and an old Manila vibe. Probably that's the reason why they didn't change much of the exterior and the interior design of the hotel, like the lamps, the tiles, and the curtains. And they were able to live up to that claim because the hotel is really like your home with the accessibility of the amenities. So that's good. And for that, overall, I'll be giving this hotel a 6.5 out of 10 points because it's not too bad, not really bad, not too good. It's just fair. I want to explain on that part a little. I used to give the hotel scores 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest, but now I changed it to 10 as the highest to make it more fair and more precise. That'll be all. And if you reached this far, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and comment below if you have other experiences in this hotel, and if you have other suggestions as well, you may comment them below. And till the next hotel review, bye bye.